You know, the bad weather has really affected Indian country, and here at Native News Today, we've been no different here. Below freezing temperatures, harsh conditions here. I want to show everyone here the ice here as I turn into my weather traffic control type of a area here. Hi, Natalie. Okay, getting all this here. The ice is really bad here. As you notice, gravel is really bad here. Can't really walk around as much as you'd like to. But we're going to venture out here, and I may slip and slide just a little bit here as we're going through, seeing all the harsh conditions here. You can see white just all around me here. Oh, the humidity, the snow, the coldness, the numbness of fingers and everything. Well, we're out here in a remote area here. Never mind the cars and trucks there behind us in the background. But as we go on here, we found people that are just venturing out, being tough in this weather. They're not letting anything stop them here. And I believe we have a gentleman over here, one of the elders who's refused assistance, has not gone in to any shelters or anything. And if we can get a word from him right here, I believe it is Chief Nanook of the North, who's coming here in his bear shawl and keeping warm. Chief, how have you? Oh, what an honor.
Oh, shake hands like traditional.
Oh, okay, traditional.
Yeah,
Okay, all right, we're keeping it real here.
keeping it real.
Chief, how have you braved these conditions? Because there's no cars, there's no automobiles, there's nothing around for you able to get around or anything as far as traveling, you know, cars or anything. Never mind the background of the tractor back there in the background. Chief, how have you made it with these harsh conditions?
Well, it's been tough, you know. I had to kill my only horse.
Chief, it's amazing how your English has changed to Oxford English. Well, we're just a few minutes ago you were speaking broken English.
The weather does things to you. You know, it really calms the soul, makes you think about things.
Which way is your TP facing now?
I don't have a TP. I have a modular home and
In the casino.
and a casino, and I get all kinds of free things because I'm Indian. I have a card, you know, and that entitles me to
A lottery card is that?
Well, if you have an Indian card, you can just walk into a store and pick out anything you want, and it's free because you're Indian. Or you can go to any of the best hospitals because, you know, we're Indian. We get everything for free. So,
Including this free bad weather, huh?
yes, this doesn't cost a dime. Tell you what it does cost, though. Cost me a good horse. I had to kill old Buttercup about a mile and a half back down the road. Became so cold for him that, poor thing, I had to take him out of his misery. Got a couple good strips of jerky out of it, though. And so now I'm nourished. I am happy, and I am content.
You are satisfied. So, Chief,
A
this
lot.
this 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 shawl that we see on you, it's not exactly then a bear shawl. Then
No,
it's
this is Buttercup. This is
This-
his coat.
this is Buttercup that he's actually wearing here. Okay, very nice indeed. Chief, what would you tell, and Chief Nanook of the North visiting us here, Chief, what would you tell people that are trying to get out in this weather here, and you know, they're not answering their phones or anything, and they're out, maybe they want that hot cup of mocha. What do they need to do to travel to get there?
Just follow the spirit horse. You know, Buttercup's not with us now in physicality, but in spirit he's there, and he's galloping along these ice and snow. If you can see him, if you can get in touch with.
I believe that was Buttercup that just passed us there, but
No, that was a Neon, Dodge Neon. Yeah. 95 model, I think.
just follow Buttercup there. Words to live by. Chief, before he lets you go, and before you venture out for the far north again on your trek, is there any other words of wisdom you just would like to leave our audience with or anything?
Be excellent to one another. Party on, dudes.
And welcome to the Native News Today. Gerald Wofford alongside Jason Salzman. A bit of royalty there with Chief Nanook of the North.
Hey man, we like to have a little fun here every now and again, and we're not all serious all the time, you know. We're funny, and Indians got a sense of humor, and that certainly hasn't left me and you. We're pretty funny guys. I mean, we could even go to amateur night at the Tulsa Comedy Club if we wanted to.
Well, our prayers go out to Nanook and his family there. Hopefully they're thawing out in the winter and surviving just fine.
That's right.
Hey, as always, we thank you for joining us, and as always, we feel like we've got a good, stellar program for our watchers out there.
Absolutely, Gerald. We got a lot of great stories lined up today, and just like every Saturday, we bring the great Native American stories to you from all over the state, and we ventured over to Muskogee to Bacone College, one of the oldest universities, now university, in the state of Oklahoma, and it is a Indian school, and they're very proud of that. And Kyle Taylor, the Native American director there at Bacone, we got to visit with him over at the Kiva. That's the Native American house, a little similar to the one you guys ran at back in the day at Oklahoma. So it was great.
Plus another fight event at the Fire Lake Casino. They're having a lot of great events happening down there in Shawnee. So we caught up in one of the events over the weekend, and we'll share that news story with you as well.
Yeah, it's a magnificent facility there, the Fire Lake Casino, and they're going to have a lot of events like that, and this is just one of those. And we were finally able to get over there and show a little piece of that side of the state too.
And then we have Marcus Proctor coming along. The Miss Muskogee Creek Nation Scholarship Pageant is going to be upon us before we know it here in midsummer, and Marcus is going to tell us all about how young ladies can apply for this prestigious title.
Yeah, it's one of the main draws for the year for the Creek Nation, and those young ladies certainly do a great job preparing for that. And we got our tribal calendar, getting you updated on all the Indian community news going on all over the state, all that and more on this week's episode of Native News Today.
We do?
It's here. It's hot. And it's only at Creek Nation Casino in Muskogee, the ultimate treasure hunt, and it's going on now through April 1st. A Suzuki Boulevard motorcycle, Chevy Silverado truck, and $20,000 in cash prizes are up for grabs, and 20 lucky winners will find their own pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's all happening right off Highway 69 in Muskogee.
Creek Nation Casino, where OK comes to play.
Today's world is far different than the one our ancestors knew. But though times have changed, we the Muskogee Creek people remain a strong people. Many of our traditions continue to thrive in today's modern world. For 1,000 years and more we have been here, and we will be here for 1,000 more. Times have changed, but so have we, and the Muskogee Creek people are a part of this time, this country, and this economy.
Have you been denied your Social Security disability claim? Owen Parvin and Associates can help you get what you rightly deserve. We're willing to go with you every step of the way and can take your claim through the system to get the results you need. And our help is at no risk to you. If your claim doesn't produce winning results, our services don't require compensation. Owen Parvin and Associates. We're willing to fight to make sure that your affairs are always handled fairly.
Smali, tasa ako susinili ang ginaistun sangga.
Pangana riibe hayat kaus.
Ada magas.
Pangana hayat kiduang noge.
Fanny molo jo subananga.
Tumor sati.
Hitla hani subani duang.
What? Hiji mokhetsari chin hisakta dastumidanga.
Mahisi mokka jadi wekki diga. Hisagida ran hiliga. Ampane hayat kiduang.
The Muskogee Creek Nation Tobacco Prevention Program offers all cessation classes to young and old. For more information about a healthier life and a second wind, contact one of these centers nearest you.
Hijida, Hilishwo Fatsa, CNA to the doors, Moes.
Where hisi mokkeskera mokke zaknoar stinokesis still easy dois.
Here at the College of the Muskogee Nation, we pride ourselves on emphasizing Native culture, values, language, and self-determination while providing a positive learning environment for tribal and non-tribal students. We encourage our students to be lifelong learners and to strive for personal growth, professional advancement, and intellectual advancement. Muskogee Nation College. Academic achievement, Native values.
And we were over at Bacone recently to talk with Kyle Taylor, the Native American director there at the college. Does a great job. And actually one of Gerald's old running buddies at the University of Oklahoma, and they used to terrorize the campus there when they were members of the American Indian Student Association. So got to catch up a little bit, Gerald, and Kyle's doing a great job over at Bacone.
He certainly is, and as you see in this new segment here, they're really doing a lot of great things over at Bacone. You know, so many opportunities are available today to Native American students. The educational scope and the opportunities out there are just beginning to be limitless, and that's certainly found here at Bacone College. And I'm talking here with Mr. Kyle Taylor. He's with the Native American Studies program, recruiter, and a counselor here as well. And Mr. Taylor, we appreciate your time this afternoon.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to have you all here at Bacone College.
Well, you've got some unique programs happening here, and I alluded to the opportunities educationally for Native American students. One specific program that you all just started in November. Tell us the name of it and what's it about, please.
The name of the program is Students of Promise, and it's a 35% tuition scholarship and your room and board for any Native American that's a member of a recognized or non-federally recognized tribe. They can be a first-time freshman, they can be a transfer student. The only requirement is that they be Indian and they live on campus, and they want to come to Bacone College.
Kyle, we talked about the educational opportunities for Indian students today. A lot of kids today have the access to language programs. They're able to learn not only their language, but even about their culture. There's classes available here at Bacone where a student can come here and learn about stickball and other cultural backgrounds, right?
That's right. We have a Native Club Scholarship Program where any student, especially Native, will scholarship them 35% of their tuition to join our stickball class, our language class, our song and dance class, and yeah, you can learn about your culture. You can learn about any one of those facets, and it's a fun time. It's more of retention. We want to get the Indian students to come beyond part of our campus and live on campus, and then just have a good time and graduate.
Now, I got to tell a little bit of history about the two of us here. We're good friends. We met each other back at the University of Oklahoma. And Kyle, at that time, I was so thankful, and I know you were too, because this gentleman served as president of the American Indian students there. He was our president, American Indian students. But any college you go to, you're new, you're a kid, you don't know anything, but you know you want to find the Indian students. You want to know where they're at, and you want to find all that programs here. And Indian students can find that here at Bacone, right?
Right. You know, when we were at OU, we had AISA, but now we have what's called NASA. And NASA is a student organization, but we also have the American Indian Clubs Association here on campus. We have a number of things. We have the Native American Christian Athletic Club. And so we have all of these organizations, and they're designed to give our students, just make them feel at home. And that's something that you talked about at OU. And we have the same things here on campus. We have powwows, stomp dances, basketball tournaments, dodgeball tournaments, 3-on-3s, just to get the Native students an opportunity to wherever they come from, whatever tribe, they can come, they can feel at home. And you're in our Kiva. This is, at OU, we had the Indian House, but here we have the Kiva. And it's a place for Indian students. We have classes here. We have our student organizations. Just a fun time to come together and gather. We call it the place to be, the Kiva.
Well, Mr. Taylor, the Students of Promise program and other services that your program offers, how does someone get in touch with you to learn more?
Well, they can contact me directly at 918-781-7270 or on my cell, 918-360-1085. That's the best way to get a hold of me, and we'll get them in the loop or in the hoop, as they say, and get the process going and get them here to Bacone and start getting educated.
Mr. Kyle Taylor, Director of Native American Studies Program here, Native American Counselor. Appreciate your time, and all the best to you and your family.
Thank you, Gerald.
Well, recently, Jared Moore and I went LIVE live over at the Fire Lake Shawnee Casino. Even though this is being recorded, we recorded the freestyle cage fighting over there because they got a lot of great events happening over there at the event center, the Fire Lake Casino in Shawnee, and freestyle cage was the menu that evening.
Yeah, I'm training to be a cage fighter, so this is one of my favorite segments of the whole show.
What style will you fight in, James?
I'm going to be fighting in the Creek style.
Greek style. Okay, just kind of a.
I'm gonna have somebody I'm gonna have my opponent steal a piece of salt meat from me at the beginning of the match, and then I'll just become so enraged that I'll basically beat them into oblivion.
Well, we'll keep you updated on Jason's progress. And speaking of good progress, this is what's happening down at the Fire Lake Casino in Shawnee. Freestyle cage fighting is the menu tonight for the Fire Lake Casino here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. We are live here for the ultimate cage fighting here at the Fire Lake Casino in Shawnee, Oklahoma. And I'm with two of the gentlemen here that's going to make it all happen here. Promotion, putting it all together, helping these fans enjoy a good fight night here tonight. Jason Nicholson and Kenny Nair with Indian Promotions. Jason, we'll start here with you here. Another event here that you've been putting together here. You've gotten the fighters here, everything happening. Folks are going to expect another great show, aren't they?
Oh, well, definitely. They're always expecting a great show with freestyle cage fighting.
Kenny, that's right. The Native American Nightmare here, that's what we're talking about. And Kenny, all the stuff that happens behind all this, I mean, we've been here all day and seeing it goes on. A lot of things got to work together and happen to make this all come together, right?
Oh, yeah. I feel like I've got one of those wands in my hands where you just kind of direct everybody and tell them what they need to be doing. But after you do so many shows, you get better at it each time. I mean, Jason and I think we're a pretty good team, you know, as far as putting it together. But yeah, people come to watch the fights, they don't realize all of the activity that goes on, you know, before the show even happens and behind the scenes while the show's happening. But yeah, it's definitely, I think we're going to put together another awesome event here and look forward to doing more in the future.
Well, we've been hearing a lot of loud music here today as they do the test, sound test, light test and everything. And Jason, we were talking a while ago about the card tonight, a lot of fighters on the card tonight, and the Native American connection is alive and well, right?
Of course, it always is.
Name some of those fighters.
I have David Tyner, the Birdman. He's from Salina. We also have Arnulfo Falocchio. He's from Pryor. Danny Bull from Seminole. Travis Fowler from Tecumseh, Seminole area. Who else do I have on there? I have several. I can't think of them right now.
Well, gentlemen, we really appreciate the good shows that you all put on here, and let's just put our fists up here just to say that. All right, Indian Promotions.
We need an N, a D, and an N on each one.
There we go. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, we're reporting live here, freestyle cage fighting at the Fire Lake Casino in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and I'm with one of the contenders tonight, David the Birdman Tyner. David, we appreciate your time this afternoon. You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
You ready for the fight this afternoon?
Yes, I'm ready to hook it up. I'm ready to get in there and get after it and see where we go from there, you know.
David, we've heard a lot of unique titles for fighters, the Hitman, Sugar Ray, and everything. You chose the Birdman. Where did you get this unique title?
Well, I've been called that ever since I was a little kid. I mean, that's just what some of my parents called me when I was younger. I used to jump out of trees, try to fly, certain stuff like that. So.
Well, you're one of the contenders here fighting tonight on the card and everything. Tell us a little bit about your ring experience.
Well, my last fight lasted 2 minutes, 8 seconds. I knocked it by TKO. I knocked the kid out in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Brady Theater. My first fight, the Marine Corps birthday. So, I mean, this is my second fight. I have one next week, too, as well. So.
Now, you're one of the Native American fighters on the card tonight. What is your tribe?
I'm Cherokee, and I'm absentee Shawnee.
You know, for a lot of people watching this, I mean, it's a bit of an adrenaline rush. The fighters are going after it. You know that very well and everything. What's your motivation for getting into this octagon and fighting here?
Well, I like competing like I wrestled for 18 years. You know, I don't have wrestling anymore. It gives me a chance to compete again, you know, as an athlete. And I like fighting too, so it's fun.
Now, a lot of fighters will describe their styles in different ways. Some will say I'm quick, elusive, and everything. How would you describe your fighting style?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty fast for a big guy, but I'm a ground pound type person. I like to take him down to the mat and get after it there.
Is there a certain weight division that you fight at?
I'm fighting in heavy right now. Heavyweight.
Okay, we're on the side of the octagon here with David the Birdman Tyner. Mr. Tyner, all the best, and we appreciate your time and
Thanks,
everything.
Sir.
All right.
And before we go to a quick break here, we're going to leave you with a tribal calendar and all the Native American happenings in the state.
Smaali, tasa ako chusi niliang ginaistun sanga.
Pangana se ibe hayat kaus.
Nage, kada magas.
Pangana se hayat kiruang noge.
Fanny molo jo subananga.
Tumor saati.
Isla hani subani duang.
Wat, hiji mokhetsari chin hisakta das tumidanga.
Mahisi mokka se di wekki diga. Hisagire ra hisiga. Ampane hayat kiruang.
Hisimani, matse.
The Muskogee Creek Nation Tobacco Prevention Program offers all cessation classes to young and old. For more information about a healthier life and a second wind, contact one of these centers nearest you.
Hijida, Hilishwa fatsa. CNA de dos, moes.
Where hisi mokkes kera mokkes ak noar stinokkesis. Stilizi duis.
The Native American Times provides news coverage that is specifically tailored to the Native American perspective. We emphasize an understanding of special issues such as sovereign rights, civil rights, and government-to-government relations. Our staff of reporters and columnists provide a daily digest of news that is often utilized for national outlets such as CNN, NBC News, ABC News, the Los Angeles Times, and many others, because the whole world is Indian country.
It's here. It's hot. And it's only at Creek Nation Casino in Muskogee, the ultimate treasure hunt, and it's going on now through April 1st. A Suzuki Boulevard motorcycle, Chevy Silverado truck, and $20,000 in cash prizes are up for grabs, and 20 lucky winners will find their own pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's all happening right off Highway 69 in Muskogee.
Creek Nation Casino, where OK comes to play.
Here at the College of the Muskogee Nation, we pride ourselves on emphasizing Native culture, values, language, and self-determination while providing a positive learning environment for tribal and non-tribal students. We encourage our students to be lifelong learners and to strive for personal growth, professional advancement, and intellectual advancement. Muskogee Nation College. Academic achievement, Native values.
Today's world is far different than the one our ancestors knew. But though times have changed, we the Muskogee Creek people remain a strong people. Many of our traditions continue to thrive in today's modern world. For 1,000 years and more we have been here, and we will be here for 1,000 more. Times have changed, but so have we, and the Muskogee Creek people are a part of this time, this country, and this economy.
And earlier today, Marcus Proctor, a good friend of ours, dropped by the set to talk a little bit about the Muskogee Creek Nation Scholarship Pageant that goes on every year. A great event put on by the Creek Nation, and they do a wonderful job getting these young ladies ready. And these young ladies really work hard, and it's something that they remember for a long time.
Absolutely. Next to the chief, most visible symbol probably for the tribe for an entire year. And already they're applying or putting their application process out there for the Miss Muskogee Creek Nation Scholarship Pageant.
You know, one big event that is always looked forward to each and every year in Creek Nation is the Miss Muskogee Creek Nation Scholarship Pageant Program. And I'm here talking with the coordinator as well as one of the official chaperones of this prestigious event, Mr. Marcus Proctor. Marcus, I know even the day after last year's pageant, you're already beginning to recruit applicants for this next year's scholarship pageant. And beginning now, for those interested that are wanting to find out now, it's going to be June before we know it. How do they contact you to get an application to seek about being Miss Muskogee Creek Nation?
Okay, Gerald. What they're going to do is they're going to get a hold of Mona Coco Lowe at the Muskogee Language Program, and that number is 918-732-7649 or 1-800-205-3705. And what she will do is she will mail out the applications for the applicants that are applying for Miss Muskogee Nation.
You know, Marcus, each and every year, as we mentioned, it's such an anticipated event. Everyone really looks forward because this young lady is going to represent the tribe for the next year. Have we already decided upon the actual date and the location of the pageant?
Yes, we have, Gerald, and I will be bringing those dates to you coming soon. But we have already set a date and a time for the pageant already. And again, once I meet with you for another interview, I will bring those dates with me. Announce those dates, excuse me.
Now, Mr. Proctor represents the Miss Muskogee Creek Nation Scholarship Program. There are other pageants as well kind of connected with this pageant program, such as the senior Miss Muskogee Creek Nation, as well as various age groups. We'll have those coordinators on as well in future shows. Marcus, again, let's give that number again. If we have young ladies out there, you want to represent the Creek Nation the next year, you want to enter the pageant, the scholarship pageant program, let's give them that number again, please.
Again, you'll want to contact Mona Coco Lowe at 918-732-7649 or 1-800-205-3705.
And this is not Mr. Proctor's first or second year connected with this pageant by any means. He's a veteran of this. Marcus, you've been with this program for what, how many years?
Going on 4 years now, Gerald.
4 years, and we know that you do a stellar job. Each year it gets just bigger and better, and everyone loves the pageant and everything. So we really appreciate your service and everything that you do for this. So we'll give that number out again, and young ladies out there, you get a chance to represent the tribe in a special way. Marcus, thanks again.
Thank you, Gerald.
You know, Jason, already they're getting the application process out there for the scholarship pageant, and they have the senior miss as well as other age groups that will be representing the Muskogee Creek Nation. And of course, all this culminates later here in the summer at the Creek Nation Festival.
Oh man, that's a great time of year to be around here too. The festival, you know, you got summertime, everybody's out, a lot of good looking Indian women. And also there's concerts, and it's real good, feel good time. So the festival is cool, and it's really neat for this pageant to be a part of that because it just really enhances it, and it also gives these young ladies that work so hard a kind of a grand stage to make their debut. And like you said, you know, next to the chief, you know, they're right up there with one of the big symbols of the tribe. So it's really nice to be able to have that front that they can, you know, showcase their abilities on.
And we'll have the full coverage here right on the Native News Today. Why? Because it's news. That's what we do. We want to share the news, and now that we're statewide, we're covering all the bases. Jason, how do they contact us if they want to have some news shared on our TV show?
Well, they can contact us by phone, Gerald, at 918-732-7638, or they can reach us by fax at 918-758-0824, or of course, this is the 21st century, so our email addresses are available, and mine is jsalzman@muskogeenation-nsn.gov, gwofford@muskogeenation-nsn.gov. There's the contact information. So what do I always say?
Well, hey, you know, that's right. He put the
it's off my hands.
Herbal soap on, the bacterial soap, and his hands are all clean. But even as he mentioned, in the 21st century, you can do us technical-wise contacting us, or even just a simple knock on the door. That's always welcomed as well.
Absolutely. Just come by and see us. Hey, we're glad for you to come. Like Marcus earlier. You know, Marcus just dropped by the set, and it's good to have people come on the set. You know, we had George Scott, the Tribal Town King of Thopolocco Tribal Town, come by, and they have elections coming up this weekend. So that's great, and that's a big thing for them. And we'll be talking with George as the time goes on in the coming weeks, and be keeping in contact with them. So big thing out there.
Come by, shake hands, bring a piece of fire bread. We'll be really happy.
Absolutely.
Hey, we're going to sign off for now. And again, as always, we thank you for joining us. Jason Salzman, Gerald Wofford, our producer Josh Slane, Jared Moore. In the meantime, take care. God bless. We'll see you soon.